Hey, y'all. Hey, all day. Y'all, welcome to episode 22 of Shop Talk. Friends, I think I was talking for the last 10 minutes and I did not hit that second confirmation to go live using the power of StreamYard. That is super duper funny because I was right on time to start this live stream, but there is a 2-click confirmation. I have to hit go live, and then it's asking me, are you sure you want to go live at this moment? I did not hit that second go live button, and so we did not go live, and KendyK was just talking. But it's okay, y'all, because again, I'm a real human. I'm a new content creator in these YouTube streets, and we're on the road to 5K, friends. That means that I am hoping to get 5,000 watch hours and 5,000 subscribers to go with it. Y'all, we're on the last mile towards full monetization, which requires 4,000 watch hours. So you see, we got a bigger goal in mind. Thank you all for riding and rocking with me. My apologies that KendyK forgot to hit y'all. I told you. Well, I didn't tell y'all because y'all weren't here with me. I was talking to myself, but I'll tell you again, I am super excited to share some of these great ChatGPT hacks with you. Y'all, we've been doing a 3-episode series all on ChatGPT version 5. Did you know ChatGPT version 5 dropped at the beginning of August? Yes. So this is hot off the presses, new content, ready for the content creator to make you work smarter, not harder. Are you ready to work smart? Well, let's go. So we are employing lots of technologies in this space. I'm using StreamYard to stream this to you. And I want, though, to still use the engagement given to us for free by the YouTube streaming software. So even though I'm using StreamYard for this stream, I am still making sure that I am using one of the free engagement tools given to us by YouTube, and that is the idea of starting a poll. So let's go ahead and take a look at what that looks like if we are starting a poll. And I'm down here in the corner, and this is what it looks like from the YouTube side of things as we stream. It looks just like that. And I want to be down here in the lower right-hand corner where there is a plus sign. And here is if you wanted to show support for the channel using super stickers or super chats. Your emojis are there. This is where if you want to write in the chat and communicate, say, hey, y'all know this is what KendyK it says all day. But we're going to click on the plus sign, and that's how we want to create another way for viewers to engage with this episode of Shop Talk, which is all about free content creator hacks for YouTube using the free version of ChatGPT version 5. So we're going to start a poll. And let's ask this. And I always try to there's lots of different ways. I've seen people, let me ask you this. How do you use polls as a content creator? What questions, do you have some go-to type questions as you create polls for your live streams? And I want you to type that in the chat while I work on our poll. This will be a quick poll question. And it's going to default to yes and no. Those are already there. And so once I have those there, I'm just going to hit start the poll. And now that poll question is available. And so remember, engagement is important because the more engagement is anything that a viewer can do or does do beyond just watching the live stream. So that means if they hit the thumbs up, that's considered engagement for purposes of YouTube and their analytics and the algorithm. If you type into the chat, I'm reminding you at this moment, go ahead and use Nightbot to support you to share out your channel link so that folks can check out your content and connect with you. Thank you for doing that. That's one way to engage. By dropping into the chat, that's another way to engage. And so as you can see, I'm able to, from this YouTube stream that I went into from StreamYard, I am sharing that YouTube stream with you, the back office, so that you can see what it looks like. I've already pinned the co-host link in case anyone wants to join me on stage to co-host this episode of Shop Talk with me. And you might want to do that because you can also gain watch hours for every minute that you are online with me and every minute that someone else comes into this stream using your front door. You get to retitle your stream in any way you want. All the things. Friends, this is what we do on Shop Talk. We are growing, collaborating, and growing our channels together. Yes, I'm on that same road that you're on the road to full monetization, and super excited to share all that I am learning along the way. And so with that in mind, we're going to stop that share and let's go back to our screen for StreamYard. Thank you. Thank you all for joining us. We have friends joining us in the chat already. Welcome in, y'all. This is a lunch and learn edition of Shop Talk, our content creator makerspace. This is episode 22. Free creator hacks for YouTube using ChatGPT version 5. Yes, that is what we're working on. If you're ready, then hey, let's get started. So yeah, when you want the engagement, you want folks to hit the like button. You want folks to get down in your chat, and you want folks to continue to engage, possibly even respond to the poll question. And I've got a poll question out there that will help to stimulate this discussion because that's what we're working on today for episode 22 of Shop Talk. It's part of a 3-part series devoted to ChatGPT version 5. Y'all, friends, ChatGPT is brand new across the world. It is a brand new edition, the latest edition of ChatGPT, and we are talking all about hacks that YouTube creators can use for free using the newest and most powerful version of ChatGPT version 5. Yeah. Are you ready? Let's go. Let's get to it then. Let's get to it. So I'm going to give you some examples of what I'm able to do with ChatGPT. And here's a hack. ChatGPT is a series of supercomputers that connects us to instantaneously. Okay. That's a big word. It instantaneously connects us to information that is available from all over the world. Y'all, here I am down here at the bottom. I want to make sure that you can see this as large as possible. So I'll put myself down in the corner. You can do that when you're using StreamYard. That's one reason why I love StreamYard. And I use both. And sometimes I just use the streaming software that is free from YouTube. And other times I use StreamYard. Today I'm using StreamYard. Y'all, thank you for riding and rocking with me. And this is KendyK all day. Friends, so in order to get good information that will help your content creation process, you've got to give a ChatGPT the right prompts. So think about your prompts as what the information you're putting in. Better inputs equal better outputs. What you put into the supercomputer called ChatGPT, otherwise known as AI by every other name, okay? ChatGPT version 5, what you put into it in the form of a prompt will automatically determine what type of product you get out of it. And we want to find products from ChatGPT that allow us to streamline our content creation process. Friends, I'm a full-time worker outside of YouTube. I call myself because that's my life. I'm a full-time worker. This is my lunch hour. That's why we're in this lunch and learn edition. Yeah, that really is. That's why we're in this lunch and learn edition, because I'm using my lunch hour to do a quick episode of Shoptalk, our content creator makerspace. Y'all, here is the prompt. It's in front of us. This is what I said orally to ChatGPT using the microphone feature on my cell phone. I said, create a 16:9 thumbnail of diverse people, 50 and older, with dancing, laughing, and mingling. Why? Because I was invited to YouTube for 40 plus. If you know Karen, she has a great panel that she's been convening, not every Friday night, but for the last couple of Friday nights. And I was happy to attend for the last couple of weeks. And sure enough, she's having another Friday. I call it Friday Night Live. On KendyK's channel, it's called Friday Night Live, because KendyK is all about a party. Y'all know how I roll. Y'all know how I roll. So I needed a quick thumbnail. I wanted to get that into YouTube so that it can marinate. I said this live stream is happening on Friday Night Live, is happening on Friday night of this week. So I needed to quickly get a thumbnail created and get hashtags and a description so that can marinate, kind of like steak or chicken or ribs or anything, your vegetables. Even when you marinate your vegetables, they taste better once they've marinated. And that's what you've got to think about ChatGPT and YouTube, friends. The longer you have it in, i.e. your description, your title, and hashtags for content, the longer you put it into YouTube and marinate before you make it public or before you go live, the better the audience. It is trying to match the audience, the viewers, with your content. The longer you leave it in YouTube to marinate, I call that marinating. The longer you have it in YouTube before you plan to make that video public, if it's a long format video, or before you go live, if you're planning to do a live stream, the more likely you are to get a bigger audience and an audience that is most suitable for your content, right? And so I did this orally using my cell phone, or you could have typed it all in, but look at the prompt. Look at what the prompt is on the screen. That is what I said orally to my cell phone. I said create, and it wrote the word crest, but it still knew what I was talking about. You'll see that in a moment. So I said, create a 16:9 thumbnail of diverse people, 50 and older, with dancing, laughing, and mingling. Y'all, 16:9, okay? That ratio, 16:9, that is the ratio for all thumbnails for YouTube, okay? All the thumbnails for your content should be in that ratio, 16:9, okay? And so that is why I use that, so that ChatGPT can pick right up on that. So this is the input. This is what I put into ChatGPT. I did it orally, and so it messed up the very first word, crest, but everything else was good to go. I needed a quick thumbnail, friends. I work full time. I'm just a part-time content creator, but I will tell you, and this is real talk. Lean into this, y'all. Real talk here. As a part-time content creator, in order to bring this channel to and through full monetization, and I'm on the last mile to full monetization, friends, it really does feel like a second full-time job. It really does. I wish I had even more time to devote to my YouTube channel. But it's just me being me. I have to work full time to take care of my needs. So all I can be is a part-time content creator, but I try to devote as much time as possible to content creation and growing my channel. Y'all, with your help, I can do it. With your help, I can do it. We can get to 5,000 watch hours and 5,000 subscribers, which will get us to and through full monetization. Yes. So I put in that prompt, and this is the 16 by 9 thumbnail that YouTube created for me. Not too bad, right? I asked it to create a diverse group of people for the thumbnail who are 50 and older, who are dancing, laughing, and mingling, kind of like at a party. Now think about it. I didn't even say at a party, but it kind of looks like that kind of is exactly what I wanted. These folks look 50 plus. I see gray hair, in their beards. They look well seasoned. Okay, they look like they possess a lot of wisdom, but they're still having a good time, because that's what the creator panel will be like for Friday Night Live. Guess what? You're invited. Doesn't matter what your age is, because that's what we're talking is content creation as creators who are 50 and up. And y'all know KendyK is turning 50 in October. I am super excited. Super excited. Y'all, thank you for rocking and riding with me. This is KendyK all day. Now, I don't know. Have you noticed something here? I'm missing from my thumbnail. So you know KendyK wasn't going to have that. I'm missing from my thumbnail. So friends, this is what I did next. I quickly took the thumbnail that ChatGPT created, and I took an existing image of myself, cropped it, and took an outline of it and plopped it on just like a sticker to this thumbnail. I covered up one of the gentlemen or ladies. I don't know who it was in the picture. Let me show you. This is what it was before. And I just plopped myself right there in its place. And I used the same title that I used last week, 50 plus, wisdom, wit, and winning online. And I figured, hey, that must be a good title. I'm going to use it again, but I changed the picture. So do you see, friends? I hope you're beginning to see how KendyK is using ChatGPT to streamline my content creation process. As a part-time creator, friends, you need a good fresh thumbnail. But friends, look at what I did. I used ChatGPT to create the image for that thumbnail, plop KendyK's sticker, a sticker of KendyK right there in the middle of that. Use the same titles as I used last Friday for Friday Night Live. Yeah. Just that simple. Gemini Diva 79 says she is listening and learning. I see you, friend. I thank you for being in that chat, and thank you for engaging with me. Again, this is with intentionality. I want you all to drop in the chat. The chat is going. I want you all to drop in the chat so that you can share what you're learning, and I can have the opportunity to put your great comments on the screen. And that's another reason why I particularly like StreamYard, because it makes for a more engaging experience for the viewer. Yes. And can you take note of this? If you are not able to check out this lunch and learn edition of Shoptalk, our content creator makerspace live, because it may not be your lunch hour, it's KendyK's lunch hour. So if you do happen to catch this on the replay, thank you for watching this video in its entirety as we learn free hacks for ChatGPT version 5. Yes, free content creator hacks for version 5 of ChatGPT. Yes, yes, yes. This is KendyK all day. So, y'all friends, that's it in a nutshell. That's it in a nutshell. That's what we're doing today, is we're learning some free creator hacks, especially for YouTube creators. That's the only social media that KendyK uses right now. KendyK is still trying to learn a little bit more, a whole lot more about YouTube. And then I'm going to try my hand at other social medias, but not right now, y'all. My brain is in overload already just learning ChatGPT. Friends, I'm learning ChatGPT in what I feel is a really good pace for me as a content creator, because I am just trying to use ChatGPT in some form or fashion every day. How do you get ChatGPT on your device? Well, if you go to the App Store for your device, whether that be an Android device or an iOS, a iPhone device, go to the App Store and download ChatGPT, and you will be downloading the newest version of ChatGPT. It is version 5. Or do the same, go to chatgpt.com on a browser, on a tablet or a computer. Go open a browser window and go to chatgpt.com and start using it. So let's take a look at something else that I was able to do for ChatGPT. You might have seen me, KendyK. I am really enjoying the YouTube journey and the collaborations, y'all. It's all about collaborations. That is one reoccurring theme that I keep hearing from the YouTube CEO. Even he said one of the best ways to grow your channel and grow your viewing audience so that you can turn those viewers into subscribers. Y'all, as you can see, I am in my work day because this phone is going nuts. But I'm on my lunch hour. All right. So this the CEO of YouTube said collaborate with other creators to grow your channel so that your audiences can cross-pollinate. Yes, so your audiences can cross-pollinate. Let's take a little look and see what it's looking like. The question for our poll today is, are you enjoying learning about ChatGPT? Because let me tell you why I've been showing you how to do the polls while you are in StreamYard, is because someone asked, how do you, they said, I don't know how to, I heard another creator say this. Let me slow down. I heard another creator say this. They said that they did not know how to create a poll in StreamYard. And their answer to that is, well, technically you cannot create a poll using StreamYard when you're in StreamYard. You have to go into YouTube Studio, into the stream while you're in StreamYard, and create the poll in the YouTube Studio software. That is how you can create a poll. And according to our poll, 100% of the people who have taken this poll have said that they are, in fact, enjoying learning about ChatGPT. I'm super excited to hear that. So here is another, friends. So we just made a quick, what KendyK calls a quick and dirty thumbnail for Friday Night Live, and I will be on that live stream panel this Friday. You are invited. You are my special invited guest. So now let's do something else for free using version 5 of ChatGPT. So here is my input. This is what I'm putting into ChatGPT. Here's my prompt. I said to ChatGPT, create a title and description for YouTube creator at KendyK all day. Excuse me, let me reread that correctly. Create a title and description for YouTube creator KendyK all days live interview by the source. KendyK is being interviewed by the source, so it's like coffee and conversations flipped inside out. That's what I wrote, friends. And in fact, that's what I typed. So you can put your prompt in, tell ChatGPT what you want it to do for you. You can do it orally using the microphone feature of your device, or you can type it in. I typed this one in and gave it a little bit of information. Hey, I need a title. I need a description for my interview that's coming up with the source. Y'all, I did that interview last 2 Saturdays ago now. Great interview. Totally love that experience. If you're not connected with the Source Network and the content creator, the Source, great space, just safe space, great safe space, just like Shoptalk, our content creator makerspace. And so I typed that in, and then y'all, it's already, as soon as I hit return, it took probably 2 seconds, y'all. I didn't even know it was thinking, but it started thinking and started spitting out the information that I needed based on this prompt. It says, here's a strong, engaging YouTube title and description that captures the, quote, flipped dynamic of KendyK being in the interview seat. Because if you know anything about KendyK, all day, you know that I do interview creators and people who are not creators for every episode of Coffee and Conversations. That is, in fact, my interview segment on my channel. It's one of my favorite segments on my channel. And friends, this is what came out. This is what ChatGPT, it gave me this information and a whole bunch more, friends. Look at all of that good information that ChatGPT gave to me. Can you even believe that, friends? It gave me a title, KendyK in the hot seat. The Source interviews KendyK all day. Coffee and Conversations flipped. It gave me all of that as a title because you can have 100 characters in the title. But I will tell you as a pro tip, only the first 60 characters can be displayed. So just keep in mind, if you list all 100 characters, they won't appear on the screen and people may not be able to read them. And so capture the most brief information, but meaningful words in your title within the first 60 characters. And so what I did right away, friends, was I truncated, I shortened that title, and I used some of the words on the actual thumbnail that I created for my interview with the Source. And this time I did not create a thumbnail using ChatGPT. Instead, I made my own thumbnail, and I use Pick Collage when I make my thumbnails. I make all my thumbnails with Pick Collage. A lot of folks use Canva and CapCut and things like that. I use Pick Collage. And so I think you just use what works best for you and what you find easy. So I put some of the words from this title that ChatGPT offered me, and then I put some in the 60 character title. Yeah, I used a lot of this, but not exactly as it gave it to me. But the reason why I used these words is because these are SEO optimized words. How do I know? Because they came from AI, friends. That is how you know you're getting optimized content. And I could have included SEO optimized title and description in the prompt, and that probably would have given me an even better. But yeah, I was super pleased because I had nothing as a title. Because normally KendyK all day is interviewing someone else, but this time the Source was interviewing KendyK. Look at that description, friends. I always try to think of a description as just about 3 sentences that really capture the essence of the live stream or the video, the long format video that I'm doing. Yeah, and so this is what it wrote. You've seen her host deep, real, and unfiltered talks, but this time it's her turn to answer the questions. In this special edition of Coffee and Conversations, the tables are turned as the Source interviews KendyK all day. Get ready for behind the scenes stories, unexpected insights, and the real KendyK you don't always see on camera. It was a great interview. There were a lot of questions. He calls it 5 questions with the Source, but he asked way more than 5 questions. And it was just a great, I took it as an opportunity for me to get more comfortable being interviewed. I hope to do more interviews where people are interviewing KendyK. And I also wanted to see more and have another opportunity to use StreamYard from the co-hosting side of things, because really in that case the source was being the host, like I'm hosting this in every episode of Shop Talk, but I invite folks to come and co-host with me. I was able to gain watch hours with the source when I did my interview on his channel, because he also uses StreamYard. Yeah, it's really interesting, friends, because it's a whole different ball game. It really helped me to better understand how to help creators who might want to gain watch hours by helping me co-host this stream. Yes. And then, so I got a great description, including all of these topics. Mm-hmm. And I use that as well. I use some of them. I took most of them. And y'all, what I did do is I just said, I used the verbiage, but I just kind of flipped it around. Okay. I used the words, but I switched the order of the sentences a little bit. I took out some of the topics. But then the hashtags, y'all look at those hashtags. It has given me about 5 or 6 hashtags already. And make sure that when you create content, here's another pro tip coming your way. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Here's another pro tip. When you are creating hashtags for your long format content and for your live streams, make sure that you include yourself as a hashtag. For instance, my channel name is KendyK all day. So I always include as my last hashtag KendyK all day. I am putting myself as a content creator and my channel into the algorithm with intentionality. And remember, I've already reminded you at the beginning of this episode of Shop Talk. When you have planned, like I knew I was going to do episode 22 as a lunch and learn edition of Shop Talk, I got it in there. Did I do it Monday or Tuesday? Today's Wednesday, but it's been in there marinating. It's been in there marinating with hashtags. I didn't, because I'm just a part-time creator, I didn't get to put the thumbnail up until early this morning, but the hashtags were in there. The description was in there. All that stuff has been in there marinating and coming out, so that we've got good things. And then this will be able to push this out to wider audiences based on the engagement. It works. So make sure, that's a pro tip. Add yourself as a hashtag and put yourself, when you put yourself as a hashtag, for instance, hashtag KendyK all day. When I do that, well, I'm going to put it in the chat because the algorithm sees me and hears me saying that. So I'm going to put myself into the chat. And if you are viewing this over the live stream, please go ahead and put yourself as a hashtag in the chat so I can put them up on the screen and so that folks can see what we're talking about. Always list yourself as a hashtag at the end of your list of 5 to 6 hashtags. 5 or 6 hashtags will do it. When you put 30 hashtags in the description box of your video, what you're really doing is confusing the supercomputers. You're confusing the algorithm. Hashtags are important as a content creator in the description box because it kind of helps, gives the algorithm a boost so that you can get more viewers who want your specific content. So what did I use for hashtags for episode 22 of Shop Talk, where we're talking about free hacks for YouTube creators as they use ChatGPT version 5? I use the hashtag what? A ChatGPT. Hashtag ChatGPT-5. And you know what I even did, y'all? Hashtag ChatGPT-4. And then I added KendyK all day as a hashtag, just like that. That's what I mean when I say highly recommend that you hashtag yourself. Put yourself in the algorithm too. Whoa! We want to say good morning to Tampa's Creek Homestead and more. Hey, friend. Hey, friend. Hey, thank you for joining us for this episode of Shop Talk. We are learning how to use the ChatGPT version 5 free hacks for YouTube content creators. We're using the free version of ChatGPT version 5. Gemini Diva! I don't know why I do that. I always know I shouldn't make all those loud noises. My voice is high pitched enough. Thank you, Gemini Diva 79, for the $5 holla. I thank you for that. Thank you, friend. Thank you. I appreciate that. I thank you for that tip. I thank you. Gemini Diva is also modding this chat for me. Thank you, Gemini Diva. You're one of my biggest supporters, and I appreciate you, sister friend. Welcome in. Let's say good morning to some other friends, or good afternoon, depending on when you're viewing this stream. We want to say good day to Slim Jim Longfoot. Good day to you, kind sir. And we want to say hello to Tampa's Creek and Homestead and more. Y'all, if you'd like to join me on stage, you are welcome to do so. Just the co-host link is pinned to the top of the chat. And don't forget to fill out the poll. Don't forget to do the poll question again, because that creates more engagement in the chat. And that means that our stream will be pushed out to wider and wider audiences. I want to thank you all for joining me for this episode of Shop Talk, our content creator and maker space. Thank you so much. This is super cool, y'all. It's super cool. So let's just take a second look at what ChatGPT spit out for me. I gave ChatGPT this prompt: create a title and description for YouTube creator KendyK All Days, a live interview with the source. KendyK is being interviewed by the source, so it's like coffee and conversations flipped inside out. Why, friends? I've been using ChatGPT. I told you, intentionally making myself use ChatGPT every day, so that ChatGPT begins to know my channel and my voice. Now, this time I didn't use the microphone feature to prompt ChatGPT. I typed these words in, and this is what ChatGPT spit out for me. Oh my goodness, y'all. This was just one piece of what ChatGPT spit out for me. It gave me way more information than I needed. It gave me, y'all, 100 characters I could have used for a title. I picked out pieces of it to put on some on the thumbnail with the picture. And then I created my own thumbnail from scratch using Pic Collage. And then it also gave me a description. I used a lot of that, but I took out some words. I said, that's kind of a little bit off. But hey, I did it. Yes, I see folks sharing their channel link through the chat. Nightbot is helping us with that. Y'all, I always use Nightbot to help share folks' channels, because that's what we do for episodes of Shop Talk. We collaborate and grow our channels together. Friends, we're at the halfway point. We're over halfway done because KendyK has got to get back to my work day. That's why we're doing this as a lunch and learn edition of Shop Talk. Friends, I want you to check me out tomorrow. We have an episode of Shop Talk. This is episode 22. Episode 23 of Shop Talk will happen tomorrow. And then, y'all, Friday, we will have Friday Night Live. It will be another creator panel for those who are seasoned like myself. It's a 50 plus creator panel. Y'all, super good times are happening Friday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time. That's 6 p.m. Central time, and that's 4 p.m. So it should pretty much be the end of a work day for those who are working. And y'all join us for Friday Night Live. It's our 50 plus Friday Night Live creator panel for YouTube. We've got some great things planned for you. So join me. Y'all, I was able to quickly create a thumbnail. The thumbnail you see there, I made that with ChatGPT. Yes, and I plopped myself in the middle and out it was ready to go. I was able to quickly get up a thumbnail so that and get that into YouTube to marinate. I want to shout out a couple of content creators. Let's shout out Gemini Diva 79. Thank you for the super Gemini Diva. And I want to shout out Gemini Diva 79 because number one, she's a mod for the God and she is a great supporter of this channel. Gemini Diva is a new content creator too, friends. I want you to 10 out of 10 highly recommend Gemini Diva. And Gemini Diva, friend, I saw it. I watched your new video. Check out Gemini Diva. She is a new creator. Y'all, she did it. She met her first goal of 50 plus subscribers. I know you got over 50 because I saw that. I looked up to see how many subscribers you had when I watched your new video. And it's all about spices, y'all. I love the title of that too, friend. You did a really great job with that Gemini Diva. So check out Gemini Diva. She's got a new long format video. Check it out. Wonderful job, Gemini Diva. Gemini Diva is a new content creator. She just met her goal of 50, her first 50 subscribers. So now Gemini Diva can go live by herself. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. You might have seen Gemini Diva go live with me on this channel. And here is another creator who also has helped me to co-host this stream. It is Tampa's Creek Homestead and More. And I really mean this, friends. A 10 out of 10, highly recommend. Now, low-key, y'all, I spend just about every evening with Tampa's Creek Homestead and More. Y'all, she's got a great subscriber and viewer community over there. Tons of fun, y'all. They will have you laughing and then they'll talk serious talk. It's great. I love the energy over there with Tampa's Creek Homestead and More. 10 out of 10. I highly recommend both of those channels. Y'all, if I like your content, I like your content. And you know it. KendyK hits a subscribe. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. So now that you know two of my favorite channels, I hope that you will subscribe to them. And I also am a subscriber of Slim Jim Longfoot. I'm also a member on that channel. I think I'm a baby goat on that channel. Yeah, you got to check out his channel so then you know why he calls them goats. Now, so catching up with KendyK, just a reminder, catch KendyK in these YouTube streets. This time I'm joining another creator panel for Friday Night Live, but check me out. Look, this is what the thumbnail will look like for you to join that stream with us in the chat. That's what it's going to look like at 50 plus wisdom, wit, and winning online. Don't you like that? Yes. I'll see you Friday for Friday Night Live, but we have an episode 23 of Shop Talk tomorrow. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And then Saturday, friends, yes, it is Coffee and Conversations. And y'all, here's another channel. KendyK, 10 out of 10. KendyK highly recommends the Low Carb Queen. Low Carb Queen is getting me together. Friends, as you know, I am working with a registered dietitian, pushing high protein, low carbs, hopefully no carbs, but I don't think you can do no carbs, but low carbs, low daily carb intake, and high fiber diet. That is KendyK's plan to live a better life at 50 and beyond. I'm really focusing on my health and have been doing so as part of my 50 Soft Challenge. But Low Carb Queen, y'all, this woman has had phenomenal weight loss and she's so inspiring and she's such a charismatic person. And as soon as you meet her, join us a Saturday morning for this special edition of Coffee and Conversation. We are sitting down in KendyK's kitchen with the low carb queen. Thank y'all. I'm super excited to introduce you all to some of the low carb queen, and welcome back to others. Y'all super excited for that interview happening Saturday morning. And then y'all know how we do it. Every Sunday is the sunrise edition of Shop Talk. It's an hour of power, and cameras are optional for that. So you can co-host if you're a little bit camera shy. You can co-host as long as I know you. You can co-host the stream with me with your camera off. I just ask that you have an avatar, and let me show you what an avatar is. And maybe I'll do that as an addition, coming up edition of Shop Talk, and show folks how to create their own avatar. So this is what I mean when I say cameras are off. I just ask that if you do intend not to have your camera on to co-host the stream with me, that you have an avatar. And it can be a comic creation avatar or an actual picture of you as your avatar. Just something so that we know that you are there and you are supporting the stream. So friends, that's how you can catch up with KendyK. And let's do this. This is something brand new, y'all. I'm going to try it in real time. Let's take a look at ChatGPT. Friends, what I want to do is I want to give you an opportunity, those who are watching this and participating in this episode of Shop Talk Live. Y'all, it's all free ChatGPT hacks for YouTube creators. We're learning how to put better inputs or prompts into ChatGPT so that we can get better outputs. I'm learning and I'm sharing what I've learned. So if you're in the chat right now, if you're viewing this live during this live stream, here's your opportunity. KendyK is offering full support, and you let us know through the chat what tell us some content. Drop in the chat, tell us some content that you're creating, and we'll see if ChatGPT can give us some help. Can ChatGPT suggest some titles for you? And can it give us a description and give you some hashtags? Let's see if it can do that for you. That's what I did. And I want to show you just how easy it is. I could make up my own prompt and tell you some content that I am working on, but I would much rather engage you all by having you all put something down in the chat, and then I'll throw it up here into our supercomputer that we have instantaneous access to. Okay. Protein muffins. Okay, Gemini Diva is sharing protein muffins. So I'm assuming, Gemini Diva, you let me know if I have this wrong. And we want to welcome in OCD-ish chick. Hey, Nikki. Mickey's Adventures. So Gemini Diva has put something she's working on. She is working on protein muffins. Gemini Diva does cooking, so I think I have this. I think I know what you're saying to me. Let me go into ChatGPT and let's tell it to create a title, description, and hashtags for YouTube creator at Gemini Diva 79 for a video about making protein muffins. Well, it sounds like that's some content I need too. You know, I'm on a weight loss journey. I'm on a healthier lifestyle and living journey. And I do hope to lose weight. Y'all, I'm almost to 20 pounds, preferably. So let me hear more about these protein muffins, y'all. So y'all see me using a ChatGPT in real time. Okay, I used the content that Gemini Diva, y'all put some new content you have coming up, and we're going to see what ChatGPT spits out for us. So let's do that right now. Let's see what ChatGPT can do for us. Okay, I'm going to hit the enter button. And that is doing something right there. So I think that little button, I've never done this before in real time. Oh, here it goes, y'all. Are y'all seeing this in real time with me? It's literally throwing it up on the screen. Let me make it a little bit bigger so y'all can see. It's literally doing this for us in real time. Amazing. Welcome in, the source. Welcome in. Okay, looks like Nikki is giving us some content she's working on. We're going to see what ChatGPT can do. Y'all, we're learning how to use ChatGPT in real time. What I did, friends, I used the topic that Gemini Diva says she is working on. And y'all, don't forget to check out new content creator, Gemini Diva 79. She's dropped her channel link in the chat. And she has a new video on spices. Spice it up, or something like that is the title of that video. And I just watched that video this morning, Gemini Diva. So super cool. So Gemini Diva is working on protein muffins for some content she is planning to do here real soon. We just typed it in live on air during this episode of Shop Talk. We use ChatGPT version 5, and I asked it, y'all, let me share with you again what the prompt was. The prompt was to create a title, description, and hashtags for YouTube creator Gemini Diva 79 for a video about making protein muffins. And y'all, this is what it has spit out right back at us so far. Y'all, this is super cool. It's given as a possible title: easy and delicious protein muffins, a healthy snack recipe with some cute little emojis to go with it. And it gives at Gemini Diva 79 at the end of that. Yeah, so Gemini Diva, what do you think of that title? This is giving you a possible title, and it gives you as a description. This says this is a good description for a video about protein muffins. Wow, gave us a lot. It really did give us a lot, friends. And then, y'all, if I scroll on down, up there are the hashtags. Look, if you enjoy healthy recipes and lifestyle content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Gemini Diva 79 for more delicious creations. Wow. Look at what it's using for hashtags: protein muffins, healthy recipes, meal prep, protein snacks, fitness foods. I like those hashtags. And look, it is reminding you all, friends, that's a pro tip. Get yourself into the algorithm about making yourself the last hashtag. See, because this is kind of correlates to when folks are Googling for things. The hashtags helps the supercomputers called YouTube, helps it find the right audience for your content. Yes, y'all, this is working super cool for us. This is working super cool for us. Look at those hashtags. Gemini Diva. Let me see what Gemini Diva friends are in the chat, y'all. We are learning how to use ChatGPT for free, like a pro. Yes, this is part of it. This is episode 3 of a 3-part series on ChatGPT version 5. ChatGPT version 5 just dropped earlier this month, friends. I love that title. Gemini Diva says, nice. Yes, Gemini Diva. Gemini Diva says she will be using those hashtags. So you might need to rewatch this stream. I want to try one more, friends. I want to try one more. And notice, I don't know if you can see this right above Gemini Diva's name. It says, want me to create YouTube tags and keywords. Yes. So you put the hashtags in the description box of your video or your live stream that you're planning. And then there is a box in studio.youtube.com called a tags. And friends, that's really driven again by how people Google for things or use search engines for things. That's kind of what I like to think of the tags. And you kind of can use most of the same things that you use as a hashtag, and you just list it as a tag without the hashtag, without that little pound sign, the number sign. But I also put misspellings of things, right? So maybe you spell the word protein, but you put the I and then the E in protein. Because these are ways that people commonly misspell things. And I noticed Gemini Diva, when she told me the content she was working on, let me see if I can find y'all. There's so many things in the chat right now. She had protein muffins, but when people Google for things, sometimes they don't even list they don't even have a space in between protein and muffins. And they probably are not going to put a capital P and a capital M, okay? And so I might, in the tags, I might list that as protein muffins. Like this. I'm dropping it in the chat so that I can put it up on the screen. Yeah. So this might be the tag I use, but then the hashtag would be protein muffins. Hashtag protein muffins. But then in the tag, I might just use protein muffins because that's possibly how people could put it in. Okay. When they're searching for that in Google. Again, the tags and the hashtags help folks find your content. Whether they spell it correctly or not. Right? Right. Yes. So let's try this one more time. Now, what I was going to say, though, is that it gives me a thumbs up, a thumbs down, or I can hit that little arrow. It's 2 arrows. That means I know from experience now with using ChatGPT version 5 more and more every day. I'm challenging myself to use ChatGPT so that I can learn more about it quickly. If you click that, it will give us a whole new title, description, and hashtags if you don't like it. Okay. But let's tell it that we do like it. Okay. So it would do the keywords and hashtags, but we're going to stop there and we're going to give it a thumbs up and we're going to tell ChatGPT a thank you. Y'all, ChatGPT was so good to us. We should say thank you, right? And it's still asking, it's saying, are you sure you don't want it to do those keywords and tags? Well, y'all, let's let it do that. Let's say yes. Give me the key words and tags. And the key words are what words should you be saying and using, possibly even using in your title, in your description box, and saying as you're making your video or during your live stream. And now that you have over 50 subscribers, Gemini Diva. So let's ask it to do that. Now I type that in, friends. And then I'm going to hit this black arrow up. But I could also click on the dictate feature and I could just say these things. Yes, go ahead and do that for me. But I just typed it in so that you could all see that. And this is in real time. How long was that, y'all? What, 4 seconds? That was like 4 seconds maybe for it to spit this out. Y'all, look at all the things. Well, there you go, Gemini Diva. There is more content for you. More helpers for you as you do content about protein muffins. Maybe you should say easy protein muffins. I'll tell you, when I'm looking for a good recipe for something, I'm always looking for those words easy. Yes. Fitness food could be a title for a new video. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Do you see how ChatGPT is helping you to streamline your creation process? Y'all, I work full time, so I am just a part-time content creator. KendyK needs to absolutely save as much time as possible with content creation. I wish I had another 30 hours, but we can't get that. But we can use ChatGPT to help us streamline our content creation processes. Thank you all for joining me for this episode of Shop Talk. Yes, yes, yes. Now, I want to see, we've got other friends in here. I see folks. This is the free. Nikki, great question. Thank you for dropping that question in the chat. Y'all, I am subscribed to the Everyday Life of an OCD-ish chick. Love her energy, love her personality, and y'all, it's a small world. I met Nikki, whose channel is the Everyday Life of an OCD-ish chick. Do you see how I'm being intentional to say those channel names? Because YouTube is listening to us. Yes. And I want to make sure Nikki stays in the algorithm, and that I hope it prompts, because you're watching this episode of Shop Talk where I'm talking about the everyday life of an OCD-ish chick. I hope that will then prompt the YouTube supercomputers to put Nikki's OCD-ish chick, her channel content on your devices. I said all that to say that. Yep. Yep. So channel names are important. So say the whole channel name, the everyday life of an OCD-ish chick. And it's there. Pick it up, ChatGPT. Do your stuff. YouTube algorithm, do your stuff. We're making it make sense for us as content creators, especially if you're a part-time content creator like me who works a full-time job. Yes, 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 and yes. You're very welcome, Nikki. But now, what was I talking about? I met Nikki and this channel, the Everyday Life of an OCD-ish chick. I met this channel on Tampa's Creek, Homestead, and more. Yes, and Nikki, you may not know this, but I have OCD-ish tendencies as well. So immediately vibed with you, Nikki. Love your channel. And Nikki is always harvesting vegetables. And have you started your fall planting, Nikki? I'm all into Nikki's channel. I love these channels, y'all, because I normally have a little bit of a container garden. I didn't even do that yet this year. Life was lifing, and so was YouTube. I'm telling you, YouTube, I didn't have time to tend to a garden. I'm tending to my garden called YouTube. Yes, there's the source. Welcome. The source. Thank you so much for joining us. There's Mary's live journey. Y'all check in the description box of this video. I have put a link for you to get Mary's life journey. She has a content creation planner. Y'all, Mary has merch, and I applaud #channel goals. I applaud content creators who already have merchandise. Y'all, I'm new in these YouTube streets. I am still learning everything. Y'all know I'm on the road to 5K. That is 5,000 subscribers and 5,000 watch hours to go with it. I am trying to get to and through monetization. We are on the last mile to 4,000 watch hours for full monetization. Thank you all for sticking with me on this journey. Yes. Okay. So check out Mary's life journey. Mary has two channels as well. This diva done started her a fashion channel, and I love that as a plus size curvy girl. I love that for me too. Can't wait for new content on both of your channels, Mary. And Nikki, Everyday Life of an OCD-ish chick, has started her fall garden. Do you do sweet potatoes in your fall garden? Please tell me you do, because y'all, these sweet potatoes are so yummy. They are harvesting in some parts of the country. yeah, folks are collaborating and networking and dropping their channel links. So much going on in the chat, y'all will not believe, and I love to see it. I absolutely love to see it. Now let's try one more. Is there anybody else that wants me to do something else with ChatGPT? Can we prompt ChatGPT for something else? Let's just start a brand new chat. And look at what it's doing, friends. I want to make sure y'all can see that. What it's doing now, friends, is, let me take that off. Up here at the top, it says upgrade your, what did it say? It says upgrade your plan. And I'm not clicking on that because everything that you have seen me do during this episode of Shoptalk, our virtual content creator makerspace, our live Q&A, I have done using the free version of ChatGPT. No, we just have to learn how to prompt it, y'all. We just have to learn better inputs equal better outputs. That part. We're getting all this for free. Anybody got time to be spending $20 a month? Or y'all $200 a month for the pro version of ChatGPT? Not me. Hashtag not me. Okay. Oh, you harvested some already. Okay. Wonderful. Yeah, if anybody else has any content that they want me to put into ChatGPT. Oh, Nikki gave us a title earlier. I saw that earlier. Let me go back to that, Nikki. Nikki gave me a title earlier, and she wants us to see if ChatGPT will give her a better title, an SEO optimized title. And here is Nikki's title right there. So y'all are seeing me live. Type that into our friend called ChatGPT. And so here we go. It's kind of hard for me it's not hard, but I'm thinking because y'all, I'm over here on Shoptalk instead of eating my lunch. So yeah, I don't have any nutrients for my brain. So let's do this one for Nikki, and this will be the last one. But y'all, it's just that easy. So let me go back to ChatGPT because I have to type over here. Okay, so I forgot the title. I need to get the title. Hold on, Nikki. Hold your phone, Nikki. I forgot to grab the title. Planting fall vegetables in raised beds. Okay. Create alternate titles for YouTube creator at everyday life of an OCD-ish chick. This would be interesting to see if it can pick up based off of that. Create alternate titles for YouTube creator, everyday life of an OCD-ish chick for video about fall. I have to go back and look at what she said. Planting fall vegetables in raised beds. About planting fall vegetables in raised beds. Okay. And it's thinking, oh, y'all, that was what, a second? It gave you 10 titles, Nikki, and some emojis to go with it. I love that little emoji there. Love, love, love. Wow. Let me read some of them because they're kind of small. So let me read some of these titles. Let's go to this one. Here are some of the titles that it created for the everyday life of an OCD-ish chick who is thinking about some titles for her content. And y'all, we could have easily asked it to also create hashtags, tags, and a channel and a video description to go with it. And what it's saying is these things. Fall garden prep, planting raised bed vegetables for the season. I like some of that. It looks to be, when I read it, it's a lot of words. So I would just take out some of the extraneous words. What to plant in raised beds this fall. Easy fall gardening. Ooh, I like that word. I love the word easy, y'all. My eye is automatically drawn to that. Fall gardening made is simple. Raised bed planting guide. So what we didn't tell ChatGPT is that we want, you could tell it stuff like, give us alternate titles that only have 30 characters or less. And remember, 60 characters is the max number of characters that folks can actually see. Like if they're looking on their TV, they'll see 60 characters of a title. Or if they're looking on their cell phone, they might see even less. So try to keep your titles short, but with the most SEO optimized words in them. Cool weather crops for raised beds. That's an interesting take on fall. Step by step of planting fall vegetables in raised beds. Nikki, I'm going to look down through the chat and see what Nikki thinks of this. Nikki says that number 2 is great. She loves that title. Yeah. Hey, if you don't, y'all, you can tell it to give you some more. It says, would you like me to also create a description and hashtags for this? Y'all. Let's see what it spits out. Sure. Thanks. And y'all, if I hit the microphone feature, I could just speak these things to ChatGPT. And you can also set up ChatGPT to read aloud to you. Y'all, that took what? A second and a half. And this is what it gave us. It calls it an YouTube. Y'all, I cannot make this up. This is what ChatGPT is giving to us in real time. Y'all, it literally says on the screen, let me read it to you in case it's too small. It says, perfect. Here's a YouTube SEO package for everyday life of an OCD-ish chick's video about planting fall vegetables in raised beds. Y'all, here you go. Here you go. Here you go, Nikki. Here's the description. Here are the keywords that you probably should be using as you're recording this video, as you're making this video. You can use it on your thumbnail, some of these words, or some of the title, the tags, and here are your hashtags. Wow. And it says, would you like me to also list a specific list of fall vegetables? Now, I was wondering, see, I thought sweet potatoes were a fall vegetable, but that doesn't make sense at all, KendyK, because you've been getting sweet potatoes from the farmer's market for the last 3 weeks. So it can't be a fall vegetable. Lord have mercy. Y'all, do y'all see how easy that was? Friends are gathering in this chat. Hey there, Monique. Monique is speaking to everybody. Yeah, y'all, we are doing it. Yes. Friends, so we just walked through 2 creators from the chat. They gave me a topic and we put ChatGPT version 5 to the test. I also shared with you how I have been using a ChatGPT for content creation to streamline that content creation process. And just in case you were wondering, this does not violate the July 15th new policies for the YouTube partner program. It does not violate. They doubled down that they strongly encourage you. They encourage you to continue to use AI, ChatGPT, to streamline your content creation process. That is the language in the July 15th policies that went into effect. Yeah, they encourage you to continue to use AI, known by a brand name ChatGPT version 5, to streamline your content creation process. I just showed you, friends, during this live stream, how to use ChatGPT to make a thumbnail. I showed you how I use ChatGPT to do a description, hashtags, title, and tags for my interview with the source that I did a couple of Saturdays ago. Yeah. Welcome in, Lala. Y'all, I've been deep diving into ChatGPT. It's been me and ChatGPT. And friends, I have missed all of this action in the chat. Yes, Lala says emphasis on working smarter, not harder. I know that's right. I know that's right. Friends are chatting it up in the chat. I love to see this. I love it. I love it. I love to see all of this going on. And y'all, make sure that you catch us tomorrow for a new episode of Shoptalk, our content creator makerspace. And here is where you can catch up with KendyK for the rest of the week. Tomorrow we'll be right back with episode 23 of Shoptalk, our content creator makerspace. And I don't quote me on the time because y'all, that's my 49-year-old brain. I'm almost 50, y'all, and y'all can't remember anything. And so catch up with KendyK. Here's where KendyK is going to be in these YouTube streets. Catch up with me on Friday. It's a 50 plus for those who are, well, KendyK is the baby of the bunch because I'm 49, turning 50 in October. But I'll be with 50 plus content creators for Friday Night Live. Y'all look at my thumbnail. I made that thumbnail using ChatGPT version 5, the free version. I'm putting that in the chat. Hashtag free. Everything we did today in episode 22 of Shop Talk, our virtual content creator makerspace, we did using ChatGPT version 5, the free version. All you have to do, friends, is know how to prompt it. Y'all check me out on Saturday morning. It's a special edition of one of my favorites in these YouTube streets. We are having the low carb queen is joining us for coffee and conversations. Yes, she is joining us. So happy to meet and connect with her. And y'all, I am binging her playlist because she has the content and the recipes that she has for low carb cooking, second to none. Chef's kiss. Love her for that. And she has them in a playlist. I watch it every day. I watch her content every day. I'm still on the same playlist because she's got hundreds of recipes for low carb cooking. Love that. And y'all join us for the sunrise edition on Sunday morning of Shop Talk. That will be episode 23. It's an hour of power before KendyK goes to church, and that is a cameras optional edition. If you want to get watch hours on your channel, you can have your camera off if you co-host, as long as I know you. Y'all, thank you for riding and rocking with me. We want to give a special thanks to Gemini Diva 79. Y'all saw me do it. We popped in Gemini Diva's content topic and using the free version of ChatGPT, and it spit out so much information for us. It did the same thing for the everyday life of an OCD-ish chick. Y'all, it's better inputs equals better outputs. So yeah, I gave you that for free because I'm using the free version of ChatGPT. I don't have time. I don't have time or money. Yeah. So we're learning how to do it for free as a content creator. Y'all, thank you for rocking and riding with me. Let's check before we get out of here. Let's check our poll question. Are you enjoying learning about ChatGPT? 100% of those who have done the poll. I'm super excited to see that, friends. 100% of you have said yes, yes, yes. You have enjoyed learning about ChatGPT. So I'm putting a special series. It's called ChatGPT version 5. It is a playlist all unto itself as part of the 22 episodes of Shop Talk, our virtual content creator makerspace. So thank you for the Super Gemini Diva. I appreciate you, friend. Thank you to our moderators, Lala the High Vibe Coach, Gemini Diva 79, Monique Poe. Thank you. Friends, thank you for rocking and riding with us. This is a KendyK all day. Goodbye for now.